My name is Lane Fober. I'm the Energy Services Coordinator here with the Electric Department for the City of Ames. Our department offers many different rebate programs through our services. Air source heat pump rebates are offered through the City of Ames. They are measured in a SEER 2 value. Units that are between 15.2 and 17.1 are eligible for a $500 rebate. Units that are greater than 17.2 SEER rating are eligible for a $1,000 rebate. We also have geothermal heat pump rebates. They're measured per ton. Heat pumps that are Energy Star rated or cold climate certified are eligible for a $500 per ton rebate. If not, no worries, they're still eligible for a $400 rebate per ton. We also offer central air conditioning rebates. They are structured similarly to our air source heat pump rebates in that they are also measured in the SEER 2 value. Units that are 15.2 to 17.1 SEER rating are eligible for a $200 rebate. Units that are greater than 17.2 SEER rating are eligible for a $400 rebate. Let's hear from City of Ames residents that are already using air source heat pumps.
I've been working at Kennedy Space Center, and one of the things we do I was the education director at the visitor complex, and the thing we do is we ask kids to consider what it would be like to live in space or live on the moon. And what comes up is, how do you take care of air, water, food, shelter, energy, emergency medical, transportation, communications? Those are the things you gotta have. And here I am up in Ames, Iowa, and we've got this house, and I begin to think it sure would be neat to make it just super efficient, kind of in the way that a home would be like on the moon. And I start playing with it, and solar panels, and then heat pumps, those kinds of things are just kind of irresistible. And I love playing with the data. I love watching how it performs. I like making it really efficient. So the why, it's fun. I like fun.
I decided to get heat pump mainly because it's a really fascinating piece of technology. It seems very simple. Air conditioners are heat pumps, but you just kind of run it in a different direction. And it was one of those things where it just seems like you change a little bit and then you get this like wildly big impact, and then just the physics of it using just transferring heat rather than creating heat. It's like very fascinating topic. So
I can produce electricity on my roof, and if I'm going to produce electricity on my roof, what better than a heat pump to give me the heating and cooling in my house? And then we will be producing electricity, and our heat pump will be extracting heat to heat our house in winter and making it cooler in the summer. And then my whole yard's working for me, including my rooftop.
So we purchased our home 4 years ago, which was a one-owner 1965 home that had a 34-year-old furnace and a 20-year-old water heater in it. And as we were looking at efficiencies and upgrades that we could do to make our house more energy efficient, because I do have a feeling we want to save money, improve our living conditions and spaces like that. We originally started with looking for a geothermal heat pump and found that we didn't have enough area to put the wells in. So then we went with a air source heat pump to air condition and heat the house, and we found that that's been a very efficient and quiet. I mean, it's unbelievably quiet, helps us live a better life inside, and make sure we're helping the environment by not burning carbon fossil fuels to heat and air condition the house.
there also has a lot of practical implications, like I can save on my gas bill. I've been living here for 3 years. The first 2 years I was just like, our gas bill is like astronomical. So being able to control that was important for me.
So this was just installed in the summer, and cooling has been fantastic. It's quieter than our old system. If I'm working outside and it comes on, I don't even hear it. It's so quiet, and we were told that it would extract actually even more moisture from the air. I guess it's the two-stage thing. It comes on at a low stage. It can pull more moisture out as it ramps up then to that second stage. And our thermostat even gives us humidity, which I kind of like.
The other thing is I follow the data and I look at the amount of carbon dioxide we didn't produce. And we're talking about tons at the end of the month. And I keep this spreadsheet and I could pull it out and tell you the exact numbers. But knowing those numbers, feel good about that. You know, it makes sense. I think it's a responsible thing.
I do have the ability to track all the energy that we're using in our house. I do have a smart panel that allows me to look at each circuit and total up how much energy I use each and every day and each and every month. I did do a comparison for the last 3 years compared to what I've used this year, so far this year, since February, and my energy costs, my energy usage has been down up to 65%. So if you look at June and July, and I'm using 40% of what I used on the average of the last three years, is quite a bit of savings. So I'm counting on that to help out throughout the year. Having taken the Rewiring America coaching classes and a lot of online blogs, comments, research, items like that, and going to the energy savings websites, we feel very confident in Iowa that the heat pump will do just fine in the wintertime. We did buy the cold series, so that allows it to work at a lower temperature to transfer the energy to heating the home. And we do have what they call resistance strips in the furnace as a backup, so if it isn't keeping up, we can still keep the house to our temperature. We found that the prices varied. A couple of the systems were maybe $1,000 or $2,000 more. So when you take that across the spectrum, going with the air source heat pump allows us to save more money in the future. It's money we saved, and the heat pump is more efficient. My suggestion on if you're thinking about a heat pump is look at the dollar savings. You know, I love quoting the fact that if you buy $1 worth of natural gas, you're only going to get at best 97 cents worth of heat out of it. And if you buy $1 of energy and put it through your heat pump, you're going to get $3 worth of heat out in terms of BTUs. So I can't find a better way to explain it than saying it's just so efficient and does an excellent job and cost effective.
And it works out. And the savings are pretty remarkable.